everybody, it's Laura here. It is Tuesday, October 11th, 2011. Sorry, I have a dog here, he's trying to get attention. Coming to you for my week 13 and a quarter update. I didn't get a chance to update on Friday. I'm thinking about changing my day. I try and get up in the morning and do it before I come to work. That's what I'm doing it now. I only have a couple of minutes. But it's hard to get up earlier in the morning, and I've got a lot of stuff to do in the morning, and anyway. So I'm coming to you today with my new hair. I don't know if you can tell. It's supposed to be a little red. It just kind of looks a little dark. Anyway, so first with the numbers. So last week, Friday, September 30th, I guess. That was my week 13. I was 251.2. Last week on, last Friday on 10/7/11, I was 249.5. So that's a loss of 1.7 pounds. Today, I'm 247.8. Now, today's not my normal weigh-in day, but I decided since I was doing the video, I'd jump on the scale. And later on, I'll talk about troubles with the scale, because seeing a whole bunch of different numbers. So my mini goal that I had set for myself a couple weeks ago was to be 247-ish by the time I went to go see my doctor. And I see my doctor in about 7 days. So if I'm able to keep this number up, then I will have met my mini goal. So as of today, I've lost 3.4 pounds from a week and a half ago, if that makes sense. Well, 11 days, I guess, 11 days. Let's see, before I start, I just want to give a little shout out to I Love My Golden's 1. She's going into surgery today to get her vertical gastric sleeve or sleeve gastrectomy, whichever way you want to put it. So I wish her all the best, and I hope that she does well, and she's got a little bit more going on than I did. I just had the vertical sleeve, and there was nothing else. I think she said she had a hiatal hernia. So I hope they're able to repair everything and everything goes well. So congratulations to you. Let's see. Troubles with the scale. I did have some troubles with the scale last week sometime. I, for some reason, decided to step on the scale in the morning or mid-afternoon. And then I decided, or was it the morning? I don't remember. Oh, actually, you know what? It was the evening after I got back from working out. That's what it was. So I said, oh, wow, it's a really cool number. It was like pretty low. I can't remember the exact number. So then I decided to get on it again after dinner, and it was so high. And then I got on in the morning, and it was somewhere in between. And I was just like, oh, my God. Within 12 hours, I saw 3 different numbers. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with my body? Sorry, my footages. What is wrong with my body? Why am I seeing all these different numbers? Why am I not seeing normal numbers? What is wrong? And so, you know, I put a little thing up on Facebook, and if you don't know or you haven't watched me before, my Facebook, I have a Facebook dedicated to my weight loss, which is Laura's Thinspiration. That's my name, or you can find me at lstaw5883 at Hotmail. That's my email. So I was just freaking out, and I put up something, and Kara said, you know, don't worry about it. Only count one day, and make sure it's after you peed to get all this stuff out. And so, you know, that helped, and I tried my hardest. You know, today I had to because I felt like I had to. And if the number goes up, then so be it, whatever. You know, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, well, you know, right after I work, it used to be right after I worked out and hadn't eaten anything, this was before surgery, that I would weigh myself, which, you know, made sense because you want to be your lowest. But, you know, I know that I'm losing weight. I know that I'm making good decisions. I'm having my protein drinks in the morning. Let me take a sip. I'm having my protein drinks in the morning. I'm getting in my protein, and so I know I'm making good decisions. So, let's see, what else has been going on? Oh, last week I finished week 4 of C25K. This week, last night, I started week 5, which week 5 is a biatch. And the way it's been working out, if you don't know the program, is normally you do the same thing for 3 days. Well, with week 5, it's like, no, let's kick it up a notch. Day 1, you run 15 minutes, or you run 5 minutes, walk 3, run 5, walk 3, run 5. Okay, pretty. It wasn't easy, but it was doable. Tomorrow, because I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, depending. I'm supposed to like run for 8 minutes and then walk for 5 or something. I don't know. It's some weird like 8 minutes. And then the last day, I'm supposed to run for 20 minutes straight. And I'm just like, it doesn't give me anxiety, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, can I really do this? Can I really push myself? Because in the beginning, when I first started the C25K program, I would start it and stop and then start over again and then stop and then start over again. So I was always starting over again in the beginning when it's kind of easy. So I don't want to do that this time. I want to make it. So if you can keep me in your thoughts. Go, Laura, go. You can do it. I got a question. I had said last week if anyone had any questions. I got a question from G. Deroset1, I believe. GDEROSSETT1. And they, I don't know if it's male or female, asked me about any physical problems that I've had since surgery. Excuse me. And the one major problem that I've had is constipation. I was not getting in my water like I should, and like I've said in past videos, it was wreaking havoc on my body. My body was literally taking water from my bowels, and I almost had to go to the emergency room. And I heard from, I think Oh So Lovely, that she had to go to the emergency room when she was having issues. So, you know, it can happen, and you really have to keep yourself hydrated. And it's something that, it's a learning process. I take Citruusol. It was in one of my other videos. Every morning, I mix it in with my water. I drink it throughout the day. It's just part of my daily routine to help me go. And so that's pretty much the biggest physical, you know, thing that's happened to me. With my running with the C25K, I have been noticing some knee pain, but I mean, as far as surgery goes, that's been the biggest thing for me. You know, there wasn't really much physical pain afterwards. By the time I got out of the hospital, I really wasn't using my pain medicine or anything like that. I guess getting used to eating, that was another thing. I was really scared in the beginning to go from like, when I went from liquids or liquidy stuff to more solid stuff, that was a little scary. But I still did it and it worked out fine. Sorry. Anyway, so what else? Oh, I put up a note on my Facebook, and again, if you don't have me on I said it before, find me on Facebook. I put up a note, and I was gonna read the whole thing, but I decided it was too much. So I'll give you kind of the gist of it. A lot of people were putting up things that, sorry, hold on. Hey! Paul! I'm so sorry. I don't know. I would have paused, but I want to keep going. So, back to, oh, my note on Facebook. I put up about, you know, a lot of people I've been seeing on YouTube had been writing things about when they, what it had been like for them, their inspirational stories, what made them choose their surgery, and I guess I wanted to put mine out there in the universe. And I ended up putting my whole story on my weight loss surgery Facebook, and actually on my regular Facebook too, to tell kind of the world what I had done. I didn't like say, oh yeah, hey, I had weight loss surgery. I put it out there in a little more eloquent way, talking about how, you know, I started developing at the age of 8, which was really early. And that's when I really started gaining my weight. And it was a slow process in the beginning, but then once I was bullied and teased when I was a kid, so of course I used food. I would use food to try and make friends, tell them I'd go buy them food and we'd eat together, things like that. And so, you know, food was just like a comfort thing for me, I guess it used to be. And so, you know, as I got older and as I got bigger, I would tell my friends, you know, if I ever get to be, like, I would see somebody who was 350 plus, pounds maybe, and say, if I ever got that big, shoot me. And I know that sounds horrible, especially being a big person myself, but I did not want to live my life like that. And so, lo and behold, when I stood on the scale on December 17th, 2010, in my doctor's office, and I was 347 pounds, I almost cried, because that I was what I didn't want to be. I was what I told myself I wasn't going to be. And it was hard. And things just got harder, you know. I've talked about it before. My mom passed away in 2009. You know, she too also battled the scale back and forth. She was always the girl that everybody said, if you just lost a few pounds, you have such a beautiful face. And, you know, that was hard for her. And my mom, I always say my mom had kind of been my inspiration anyway, because, you know, she gained so much weight. I mean, there was a point where her and I were wearing the same size. And she lost it. It took her 2.5, maybe even 3 years to lose 100+ pounds by walking, and she lost it, but it didn't help with her diabetes. And there was a time where I was bigger than my mom, and that was just like ridiculous to me. But I was proud of her. Even though I was a little jealous, I was still proud of her. Sorry. And so, but it didn't help with her diabetes, and a year before she died, she was put on insulin, and she died due to complications of her insulin. Sorry. And after she died, it was just so devastating to me and to my family. And, you know, my dad, growing up, he had a major car accident and an accident at work, and so he was put on disability pretty much my whole life. And it was hard for him, and my dad had heart complications, and, you know, when I made those phone calls to people saying my mom had passed away, everybody thought it was my dad. Sorry. Anyway, so I think I put on there the scale finally won for my mom. And so, you know, here I was, an only daughter, still living at home, trying to help my father, and, you know, helping me was totally put on the back burner. And then on February 28th, my lovely boyfriend, who had moved in with us to help out with my dad, asked me to be his wife. And we set a date for May. That was February 2010. We set a day for May 2011. And it was sad thinking that I was going to get married without my mom, but at least my dad was going to be there. Or so I thought. You know, my dad had, after my mom passed away, really let himself go. He tried to get back on the horse of, you know, doing, riding his bike. That was something he loved to do, but it just didn't work out. And on September 27th, 2010, 9 months after my mom had passed away, my dad had died of a heart attack. And so I think that was really the wake-up call. My mom dying was hard, but my dad losing both my parents, not having either of them at my wedding, I started thinking about what they were going to miss, not just my wedding, but their grandchildren, and being able to be with them and spoil them and, and taking care of them and holding them and smelling them. And I started thinking, you know, here I am getting married, and I'm, you know, X amount of weight, and I could just keep going up from there and not be able to be there for my grandbabies or my great-grandchildren, and I just didn't want that. So that's when I decided to have the vertical gastric sleeve, and I put on there that, you know, it's a tool. I'm doing the hard work. You know, it's just like with the band. Even though it was surgery and they took out part of my stomach, it's still a tool. It's still a tool. I still have to make good decisions for myself. I can't just, I can go and eat a cheeseburger if I want, or I can go and eat a piece of chicken. Which one's healthier for me? And that's my choice. It's not anything to do with my stomach. It's my choice. So anyway, I'm getting on my 15 minutes, so I need to say goodbye. And find me on Facebook so you can read the whole story. Talk to you guys later.